They went a little early, but that's it. So what's up, Fawn? Hey, Sage Rat. Yeah,
Hey there,
we're
Fawn. Hey,
heading
Singe, right?
we're heading to the haunted beach. I was hoping to get something maybe earlier than that, and we would like to. How are you guys doing
Nice.
tonight? Hopefully, it's not wicked windy or anything.
Hopefully it isn't.
But
I'm not hearing any wind so far.
let's see. Okay. I
Very
don't
cool.
think
It's
I.
like a virtual tour of your area. That's pretty awesome.
Yeah, this is the first time I've actually done a stream with a co-host. I've never done this on YouTube, so that's cool. Hey, Michael.
What's up, bro?
Hey, Adrian. So we can see some stars. It's pretty nice. It's not too windy right here right now. But head over to the Willoughby Spit, where lots of shipwrecks and sightings of different license value. And myself having weird sightings.
Oh, cool. Sorry, I had to
There's,
take my headphones off because for some reason they were cheap and they were not working right. So
there is some construction stuff up here, so it might be a little noisy.
nice.
But I'll show you since we're near the military base. That over there, all those lights across the water there, is the military,
Mm-hmm.
Norfolk in Virginia, big military base.
Oh, cool.
Lots of activity lately with helicopters and even jets going by.
Yeah, I remember you messaged me earlier today. You said you had like 20 of them fly by your house today.
I got a generator and cars going by. Hold on.
This is pretty
I
cool.
can't remember the last time I actually went out. It's been a while. It's been a few months.
Yeah, I
But
remember the last time you were out there that you actually caught like I think two UAPs, if I'm not mistaken.
we did construction. What's up, big people? Yeah, last time I was out here, I caught the two lights in the sky and some shadows dipping past my flashlight. I think I'll try that again. But the legend
Oh,
goes that an old sailor sank off the coast here, and it might have been 1800s during the War of 1812 or right after that. But Scotland, the records of the USS Constellation or something didn't show any deaths,
mhm.
but there's about 20 other shipwrecks that weren't actually categorized for. They don't have the records for some of these shipwrecks over here.
Yeah, the only one that I found that supposedly had shipwreck, well, casualties, was the one that sank near the HRBT area, and the one that sank right off the coast in Norfolk, near Yorktown, the
Yeah,
HMS Cairn.
this bridge goes right over to Hampton, and off the shore, I believe 2 years ago, they found an old tall ship, like a pirate ship, from 1500, and that's actually being excavated, and they're doing some archaeological work, and they found some cannons, so they were able to date the shipwreck. But that one's, archaeologists are actually going to go and start to uncover that one.
Oh, cool. And see where they also said that they like recently pulled one up too. So
Yeah, I threw something on Discord that while they were building the bridge over there, It was 1930s or 40s old battleship. A big piece of it. They were pulling it out to put pylons into the water to build the bridge. Pretty cool.
Yeah, I just love that sort of type of history and everything. It's just anything to do with like shipwrecks. Count me in. Makes me feel like the Goonies.
Yeah. Another really cool uh, battle that happened right over here was old ironclad. They're basically tanks, but they were old boats, usually steam engine, uh, Civil War style stuff. But they had armor plating and they fought for like 5 days just shooting cannonballs back and forth. And I was reading um, near the end of where these sit, like, we're on a peninsula, that they found a couple of cannonballs. Oh, gotta be careful. Maybe we'll find a cannonball.
Oh, cool.
That'd be awesome.
How far
Go
away is
get
it
my
from your
medal
house to the
detector.
beach?
I'm almost there. I started a little early. I planned on starting it over here, but I thought
Oh,
I could
nice.
go horizontal. Another cool thing that is actually just across the bridge. I'll show you the bridge in a second. Um, Captain Blackbeard's head was hung in a kite over in Hampton, right across the water over here.
Good old Edward Teach.
Yeah, man, some of those pirate stories are some of my favorite. I don't think there's going to be anybody walking around. Maybe. I got my flashlight.
Fun
Super
fact
light.
about Blackbeard: did you know that he actually used to set his beard on fire to intimidate his enemies?
Yeah, he used to like spit rum and gunpowder and set it on fire. I did hear he wore a 9 gun or something, like he had 9 guns on it. Oh, there's a guy.
Oh
Oh,
wow, man, that's a beautiful area.
that is, I don't think that's a cruise ship. That's probably one of the big tanker ships. It is, yeah, it's high tide, but let's take a walk down the beach. Now, the legend of the shadow guy that warns you before storms. Uh, I have had weird experiences out here a couple times. One I did notice, but it happened 2 or 3 times. The shadow going past my light. Uh, I still can't really explain that. I don't think anything blew past my light, but that's a possibility. Or like my
Hmm.
wife said, maybe a crab crawled past it.
Yeah, I was reading. There's like also like all sorts of hurricanes and stuff like that go through that area too, like from around
Yeah.
the maritime or
So the
era. Pardon
record,
me.
I think the records show about 30 to 40 different shipwrecks that are around here, from all the way back to those tall ships, wooden ships like 17, 16, 1700. The early, like one of them, I think it was 6 guys passed away, was the William Donley. The captain and 2 men walked up right here on this beach, but 5 or 6 guys did pass away, and that was back in 1914. And then 1813, that was one of the battles fighting the British right over here. This is a whole other thing that's pretty cool. It doesn't have records of death or anything, but I do tend to believe that with all the shipwrecks and the reports over the years of people seeing shadow figures, maybe that is something to do with it.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to believe how many ships actually went down there, especially since there's no record of them, like actual amount of numbers to count.
I'm also looking for stuff like there's a plane,
That's a
obviously.
plane.
Yeah, but we're gonna look. I'll keep my eyes on the sky since it's clear. And I have caught right over this bridge right here two-wheel lights, and they weren't on for the radar, so keep my eyes peeled for that kind of stuff. Actually found out that some of those military, the UFOs on military were filmed not far from here. So the go fast and the gimbal footage were filmed from some pilots that were from this military. Now, Yorktown, I also talked about that red orb I saw. Like, that was pretty crazy. I passed these videos. I pulled over and I started filming and I was kind of freaking out in the car, but I've seen a few things that don't make sense. These are all just stars. I don't know if I can zoom in. Hold on.
Dude, your phone camera's way better than mine.
I'm lucky right now. I'm glad I got internet. Everything's working. So we'll go down this for a while and just see if we see anything, and then I'll set up some equipment and see if we can capture any more odd things. Like last time I was here, I got 6 points. And that was on the S block, so maybe radio station, but I like to think that sometimes these pieces of equipment can work, and if you're getting direct responses to some questions you're asking, I do what you're I don't know how far I really want to go.
Have you ever seen anything like come out of the water, like UAP wise over in that area, or has it just mainly been aerial?
It's always been up in the air. Nothing out of the water. That'd be awesome. Or see something go in the water.
Hmm.
You could pretty much tell, like, that's all ran. What lights are like? Those are the radio towers with the red lights on top. There's a red light tower over there. I'm glad I brought my big flashlight.
If I was actually there in person, we'd be double bright because I have my super 1000 lumen battery powered one.
Yeah, I forget how much this one is, but it's pretty damn good. A little cold, but not too bad. So I am not frozen. Last night it was like 19. So I think the warmest we've got was like 30 the past month or two. Glad to be back out and just trying to capture stuff. Yeah, we'll go down a little ways further and then I'll set up. So, hello, I'm Ryan. I've been here a few times. If you'd like to show yourself, I would really appreciate it. Yeah, I don't want to go much closer to the bridge just because of traffic noise,
Yeah,
but the end of it is we're on like the end of the peninsula. You can pretty much walk under it. Maybe we'll go walk over that way after, but I'll probably set some stuff up right here because the houses are far away.
oh, cool. I think this was close to the area where you see the shadow figure, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, this is right near there. I'll go down this way a little further, but I'll do the same thing, put the flashlight out in front and see if anything will go across it again. We'll set up the bell. I don't know about REM pod because there is a breed, but set you guys up. Later, Sage Rat. Thanks for coming in.
Good night,
Have a good
Sage.
night.
So, if everybody's wondering why I'm co-hosting with Ryan, is because I have really good hearing, and I wanted to see if I could pick up any audio anomalies that he may or may not hear with his own ears.
Yeah, it's going to be a little tough with the water, but I'm not used to vertical either. So, but I am going to keep that like that. We'll take it down a bit when I set up this equipment.
It's a great view of the sky right there. You should say, "Yeah, Michael" there, Fawn, because I'm co-hosting with him.
All right, I think everything up front. I gotta fix this well. I have it okay. I got some stuff set up. Let's just see.
See the rim pod out.
Yeah, I got music box. I got so that little music box just has a phone handle. So that if that goes off, I'll be very impressed. REM pod might just beep because it's a REM pod. K2, nothing on K2 right now. But I also put out an extra flashlight to see if we catch any shadows going on. So all that stuff is right there. Hello, I'm Ryan. If you could, let me know you're here. I'm actually going to shut this one off, and I'm right behind the camera. The pod's going off right now. That's probably when temperature changes. Nothing. That'll happen all the time.
Is that link just causing the temperature, or
That was hello because of the REM pod. Or I can take the antenna off. Without the antenna, that won't be set off as much. Just we got a good
mind
breeze.
if I ask you a couple of questions?
Yeah, go for it.
Hello, spirits. My name is Michael. If you could, give us a sign of your presence by using one of these devices, preferably one of the more harder to use objects. But if you could be consistent with one of the other items, that would be cool too. Did you sink near the HRVT area? I did not know if I could even pronounce that area from
That's right
Norfolk,
around
so I just said the
part of the bridge.
HRVT area.
And the end of the bridge is an old fort. old Fort Wool from where those towers are. Old fort over there. It's called Old Fort Wool. It's a pretty good town.
So there's a bridge at the end of the, or well, a fort at the end of the bridge is what you're saying.
Yeah,
That's pretty cool.
it's an old army. It's an old military fort that's shut down and abandoned. Kind of like the Fort Monroe, but a newer one. And my
Oh, cool.
flashlight over there died. That's weird. Scaring myself. I turned around and looked at those. Looks like a person standing over there. Yeah, I charged that flashlight. Died there. So that's something to note.
Another thing I researched about there is like the infamous scaring nearly like 300 people died near that ship sink, or when the ship sank. So.
Well, there's been at least 30 that we know about, and then the ones that aren't on record for ship sinking. If you're around, could you make that red flag light up, the little red light on the ground? Flashlight died.
Yeah. Did you charge it?
Now, this was at like 90%, so it really tells you on the screen here,
Yeah.
but
Damn.
it's dead. Okay, well that flashlight's going back in the back.
Did you fight during the 3-week siege of Yorktown? If you did, take one of those devices off. If you can. Make Ryan jump if you can.
You're trying to scare me? I'm not getting scared. If you'd like to scare me, go for it. I'm
No.
Ryan. So I got this too. This little music box is actually just a wind-up one. So you just turn the handle.
Mm-hmm.
I'm hoping one day this will go off. Alright, can I put this Alright. Anybody around, could you show yourself, maybe walk through the flashlight, see the light on the ground? I've had that happen before, and I was really hoping maybe we could see it again.
I'm
Yeah,
hearing scanning. Is that the box?
sorry if it's windy, guys. I am
Oh,
on
it's
the
all good.
ocean.
I thought I was hearing scanning from the S box, but it was the wind I was picking up on.
Hey, Julianne.
Hello, everyone. Yeah. Hopefully someday I could go out there and actually do this in person with Ryan. That would be fun.
We definitely go over to the fort, which Fort Monroe is actually very right to the and that fort is definitely one of my favorite places. Some of the things I've experienced there. Here too, though, I mean, going by or something. Not rough or anything. I did just see
Something
a
just
leak.
flew by the camera right there. I think it was a bug though.
I think it was a leak, or yeah. So there, example maybe.
It's
Actually,
at the 25-minute mark, or 25-minute and 19-minute mark. I'm gonna go back over it just to
okay.
make sure. But it looked, I think it was a bug. To be honest,
I am keeping my eyes on the sky too. I am not seeing anything but stars. Man.
yep.
I'll just go this. Going by way up. So another cool story that happened right past that bridge over there. A mile out, not even, because people witnessed it with the Philadelphia experiment. I believe it was the USS Eldridge that they tried to put like cloaking devices on it using some technology they didn't know what they were doing. It disappeared for 10 minutes, ended up over in Norfolk. People reported it being there in a green mist and then vanishing again and then up back in Humble Lake.
That alone could trigger some energy out there.
I really am hoping it's right though. Maybe I will pick up
Yeah, I
the
agree with
spot.
Adrienne. She's saying that the sky is good and clear. I was like,
Yeah, we got a
all
good
right.
view. If anything does fly by, all day today we had military doing their drills, and even some jets flew by with the sonic change and everything. That was kind of cool. So yeah, this is like a really good view. There's
What
wind,
was that beep?
that beeping is just the temperature change on this thing, and it's another thing that we actually.
Okay, that's what it was.
Okay, well maybe I just shut it off, and I think I hit it. And nothing on that KP happening, so that's good. No EMF.
Oh, look, I saw a shadow figure. Just kidding. Just kidding. Just kidding.
So I'm Ryan.
Hello, I'm
What?
Michael, co-hosting.
This is Michael. Did you say either of my names? Rum? Fish? Yeah, I'm next to the ocean. Could you give us the name of your ship that you were on?
Did you sink near the HRBT area?
Did you think near the HBRBC area? That's actually right over there.
Yeah. probably jotted that down wrong. I was in a hurry. That was like the only 200-year-old shipwreck that I could find, other than the one that sank off the coast of Norfolk.
There was another one. I forget the name of it. But there was a submarine one that was sunk for a long time. I think they pulled that one out. And they took that one out. Because I think at this point they pulled out like 3 different ships, and they were unknown for a while, and now some of them are known. But I should go to the Maritime Museum and find out more info and see some of the names of the. I think it's 25 or 30 guys
Very cool.
from shipwrecks. Not
Which leads to my next question, kind of about that area, for the spirits anyway. Was your ship sank by battle or by storm? And nothing.
I'll turn it back on. Hold on. Your card. Come on.
Was your ship sank by battle or by storm?
By a battle or by a hurricane or storm? It's a beat. Or maybe it's a beat. Like, they scuttled into the zone.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay, something. I'm not sure
Do
what
you see
that.
something?
I heard something. I'm not. I just like something that one of these wooden posts.
Well, they did say make Ryan jump, so.
Waves. Did you have a battle near you? I'm not sure what that said. Did you say one of our names, Mike or Ryan?
Do you know what rank you were when you died? That's one I use when I'm at Shiloh all the time.
What was it? Oh, there's something there. Hurry up. Can you tell me the name of your ship?
Well, you're on board the HMS Karen. Or Sharon, I think.
that they found. Just a ship again. Woman, that was weird. That sounded like a girl saying woman. If this is a woman, what's her name? No, I got chills, but I think it should have been cold. So I have a little music box on the ground here. Do you think you could make that go off? Yeah, that's an alright
Okay, that's the
spirit box.
bridge I'm looking at that way, right?
Yeah,
Okay, I was just seeing something go by on the water. I thought it was a shadow at first, but it was the reflection of the vehicles
that's
passing by on the water and the light.
alright for a So people have said they've seen weird lights in the sky. I am hoping that we could get something like that. I'm looking all around. Ah! Did I get
What's up?
it?
Nah.
We might just go for a walk up the beach because we're not really getting anything.
Yeah. I
Building
haven't
the
even heard
sand.
anything really. I thought, like I said, I thought I saw something, but it was either a bug or something that just flew in front of the camera was that happened, but it was a bug. Because I saw wings that time. And then the reflection on the water with the cars.
Yeah, I just zoomed it out a bit back up to see. I'm gonna put the flashlight back down out there and see if we can get any shadow to get down to.
Can you get inside that fort that's actually on the bridge? That would be pretty cool if you could.
What? Go under the bridge?
No, I was just saying if you could get into the fort that's actually on the bridge.
Yeah, you're not allowed on it. I even looked if you could kayak over to it. You're not allowed on there.
Uh,
It's like a bird sanctuary now. Part of the construction is and everything. I don't know if they're planning to do it at all or not, but that's more of like an updated fort too. It's not like Fort Monroe. It's not really old or anything. It's more like World War II era. Could you step in
so
front
far,
of that
nothing
light
seems
on the
to be
ground?
out of the ordinary so far.
Yeah, nothing. You won't scare me. You can come on out and walk past that light on the ground if you'd like. I'm Ryan. I don't mean no harm. I'm just trying to gather more evidence. Yeah, this is the first
Spirits, if you're
warm night in
listening,
months.
I double dare you to go up there and pull a leg hair off of Ryan.
Yeah, you can pinch me if you want, but you can't follow me home.
That's what it would take to convince me if something's like actually like right there by you, or like by me, something physical
I
like that.
like the footsteps I got at Fort Monroe, that really scared me because I was just figuring some security guards walking up. That's what I first thought, and then I stand up and I ran over there and looked around. Nobody there. Can I scare you? Sorry. Yeah, I haven't seen any like there's not even a helicopter going by right now.
Beautiful night for sky watching, though.
Over there is where I captured those two. I'll just call them. They were like yellow orbs, and then maybe 5 minutes they sat in like the same spot, and then my sister-in-law checked out the flight radar. Well, doing live, like those are not on flight radar. Now, usually you have even military, like the helicopters and stuff, are all on radar. You can look at them.
Mm-hmm.
I do know you should be able to see those SpaceX rocket launch from here. They're doing that Friday though. It was going to be tomorrow morning, but so the Artemis 2. If I get up at like 4:35 in the morning, I could probably see the rocket launch from
That's cool.
that's just out on the ocean. So that's your ocean level. And I'm not.
That looks like a
Sorry,
plane or a
that's
star.
Venus. Yeah, that's Venus, I
Okay.
believe. I've looked at enough star maps to realize Venus gets confused with UFO a lot, especially when it's closer to the moon and stuff. I don't see a moon. Probably over that way somewhere. It's definitely get that feeling.
Mm-hmm.
Not a thing happening. Let me throw my stuff in the bag here, or walk up the beach, and we'll just look along the beach and see if we see anything, and I'll ask a few more questions and keep my eyes to the sky too.
Nice night for it.
So, without the antenna, I didn't even think it was something.
Well, it sucks that nothing happened on the equipment so far.
Oh, it's a good thing. It didn't
Yeah.
work.
Yep.
I'm really
Like I
yeah,
said, spirits. Ryan hasn't been scared in a while. Go scare him.
yeah. Let's play a little music. Walk up in front of the flashlight real quick. Let me know you like this little tune. I think that is a Pirates of the Caribbean theme too.
Mm-hmm.
All right, what I'm going to do is throw that back in there. We'll walk up the beach. I'll go as far as we can to the end, and then we'll walk back, and I'll try some more spear thoughts.
Still looking to see if I can see anybody other, like, walking down the beach, but not seeing any people out other than you.
Hold on.
Figure that thing. All right.
See if we can find a cannonball. So that was 2006 or something. Somebody was walking the street and found an old cannonball. One of the tallest old pirate ships. That'd be amazing. I've never I do have another big, big old
Seashell.
maybe not. Yeah, I'm not sure how much further I can go for that. There's a house way over there. But if you'd like to pop out and scare me, you wouldn't mind.
Yeah,
Show
very
yourself.
fun.
Or like he warned me about the
Oh,
storm.
man, Ryan seems like the type of guy that likes a nice long walk down the beach with a shadow person. Okay.
So another,
but that one had some casualties. I think over a week or something. I was playing. Walk the
plank.
I will walk the plank.
Shark in the water.
Well, another thing that I was right up this mountain, I was looking along the other areas around here, trying to figure out study. Well, the big one we found in almost $1 million. It was just
So, what's the craziest thing that you experienced there?
This beach
I
that came over
was actually headed
on the beach.
it looks like somebody's standing against the water. The outline of the person, I can see the shadow. I was about to say, "Hey, how you doing?" I turned around and he was like right behind me. I actually stopped and shouted at the and went home. And then 2 months ago, shadows moving in front of the flashlight. The flashlight was out in front of me on the ground. And I only noticed it one time, but it actually went by in both directions. So it didn't just go by one direction, it went by the other direction. I even slowed it down and looked at it, and you kind of tell it had like arms and legs. I thought it was very weird. It's like the form of a person. Now, maybe paranoia and something blew past the flashlight, but still really interesting when the reports of most of the people that live along here have said that seeing shadow figures on the beach would like to do that. It's science doing
And they're all linked to these shipwrecks that are out there too, which is what I find interesting.
it. So right on the other side of this bridge is the military base. That's where the battle happened. So on the other side of this bridge, maybe half a mile across there, in the military base, they have old war landmarks with the story of the two boats that had a battle out there. They were actually iron and all ship, and they fought for 5 days. They won a big enough so finally, I believe the northern iron won. The other one shipwrecked and was destroyed. But the last days, each other. The whole pirate theory too, like there's like Edward where all those big lights are, right over across that way. Not far at all. It's where Edward coming in that
Got a whole lot of planes out there tonight.
You know the
island that all the different colony of Roanoke. They believe that Edward Street stars and treasure out that way on Roanoke Island or Saratoga.
That's
So
pretty cool.
that whole story of the first settlers, like sort of like Jamestown, is some of the first settlers in the United States. Well, the colony of 117 people disappeared. Well, I still think they figured out some of that, but the colony actually lived with some of the Native Americans. But I also think
It's pretty
that
cool.
while you're doing this type of investigation, even if it is outdoors, the more you talk about the legends that the area you're walking around, the more likely you'll have something happen just because you're talking about it. So bringing up anything like if I knew the guy's name, maybe it would help with the connectivity. Yeah. We know the USS William O'Donnell or Donald, that was 1914 in the shipwreck. 5 men passed away, so maybe he was from that one or the earlier one. Because there's 25 or 30, I can't remember, but there's that many shipwrecks. Yeah, there's going to be some casualties. And then there's the undocumented ones, which are really interesting. So, like that one that's from 1500 that they found cannon and everything. That actually, they don't know the name of the ship. They don't know an exact date, but they know it was around 1500. Really old pirate ship because of the type of stuff. So I'm Ryan. If you'd like to show yourself, I am not scared. You won't scare me. You can even say something to me. Go ahead. They actually talk right to me. And I will listen. If you have a message you'd like to share.
Since you showed yourself to Ryan before, can you possibly do that again?
So I do have to get a new EP recorder, but I don't think it would matter out here. Wouldn't be able to pick up BP. Yeah, so I come into the end, there's like 3 more houses, and then it just ends over there. I haven't seen nothing flying by you.
Now, there is some other stories about UFOs in this area. So
Mhm.
they thought, obviously, they were on one of the aircraft carriers that was launched right out here. From F-22, or no, F-18, I believe it was 2014, 2015. The gimbal footage of that UFO from the military, the jet footage, and then the
Mhm.
GoPro were filmed right over here. And I've seen some weird lights in the sky all the way from Maine to Massachusetts. I've had weird experiences with it. So another story back in the 80s in Whiteville, maybe an hour and a half from here, there was a whole slew of different UFOs that overtook that whole town. So from 1983 to 84, there was over 80 reports from credible witnesses, police, military, everyone in this town. It was so bad that they started, attaching the country with news and stuff. The rock gets weird.
Mhm.
It's a little baby shark thing. But how many reports? And then what else? For the military filming stuff, there was that David Rush guy that's been on the disclosure talking to Congress and everything. Told a report about two F-18s flying in formation 100 feet apart, and
Mhm.
a cube-like structure with a sphere, a glowing sphere around it, flew between the two jets. Near air collision, so that sounded a bunch of alarms, and a bunch of jets went up. So those two jets went and landed. They sent out two more jets, and they spotted the same object, followed it, and then it dove into the water, and actually, with no effect on the water, went back out of the water and disappeared. So that was an interesting UFO case. So look,
Anything to do with UFOs interests me.
what you say?
Come on, aliens. Come
Come
on,
on,
ghosts.
there's still snow on some of these rocks. Did I go out on the water?
Oh, is
Yep.
that a shark fin I see?
Yeah, I just like one here being eaten alive.
Maybe I should say shark fin while you're on the rocks.
Yeah, we're at the end. Now we're at GoPro. I wish I was this close when I caught those two lights over here. We'll be stick, bro. Show yourself. Just jumps out from behind the pole.
Come on,
Alright.
ghosts.
Oh, water's coming in. I'm out of here.
Yeah, looks like the tide was getting kind of high.
Yeah, tide's coming. So, one more single box, and then we'll start heading back towards where I gotta go. How long is it? Don't fall. Yeah, I don't want to be probably the water. Hold on. Let's go to the side here. Here.
Nope, I just got it on low. It's probably 2 o'clock. Hello, I'm on. Did you talk to the device support? Should be able to pick up your voice. Said, "Shit, we are on Willoughby Street."
Did you sink near the HB or HRBT area? I think that's what it's called.
Yeah, you can actually see that up over that way. Oh, it said sink. That's interesting because that's what it said the last time. What was the name of your ship? There is some words coming through, but it's pretty quick. Can't really hear it.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, not paranormal, that's coming in. That's scared or something. Could you tell me your name?
Can you show yourself in any way, shape, or form?
Said sorry. Could you say my
Can you
name?
pinch
I'm
a leg here
Ryan.
off Orion?
Or could you say Michael?
Did you
Oh,
say my name, Michael?
it just said Michael.
Cool.
So that's my buddy Michael.
Hi, how's it going, spirits?
That's cool. 1 hour and 3 minutes, maybe 30 seconds. So I'll have to double check that. Oh, I heard it's flat.
I still haven't seen any leg hairs flying yet, though.
Could you show yourself down the beach, maybe?
You said no one died in the Constellation thing, right? In the USS Constellation? Or,
Yeah, Constellation. Did anyone pass away on the Constellation, USS Constellation ship? Yes. Oh, they just like singing. She said, what are you doing? I'm looking for you. Can you communicate with me? Said hi. Some of that might just be radio station, but a few of those things need to line up a little. See if it'll keep going. Are you around? Did you say yes or no?
Is your soul trapped there because of the siege of Yorktown? That alone right there could cause energy in that area.
Alright, I'll stop this for right now. Are you around? Can you walk into this light? Yeah? I guess just out of the corner of my eye, I thought I saw somebody.
Yeah, the cars kind of got me a second ago because I saw like what kind of like what looked like a little silhouette go by the wall, but then I realized it was the car reflection.
Yeah, the reflection off the water.
Yeah,
Alright, well, I'm going to start heading back, and what we'll do while I'm walking back slowly, I'll play some more Fear Thoughts and see if we get any more weird chances. It is definitely getting cold. So, if you'd like to say something to me, you can talk right to me in my ear. That's really what I'm looking for more and more is disembodied voices, disembodied footsteps, physically, manually operating like the bell or a music box. I don't know.
there's some sort of reverb going on right there.
Maybe just traffic.
You hear that?
It might just be the cars going by. So I'm not going to be out here much longer. If you'd like to show yourself or let me know you're around, now would be a good time.
Are you hearing that reverb?
There's too much traffic in the background, so I'm echo.
Are you hearing that sound?
I heard something right behind me. Hello?
Huh.
Walk up behind it. Another thing that happened with the property was I think yeah, 2 years ago, actually was I believe like one of the people that drove his car on the years actually walked up on it. So much more recent. But I think it's up to them. Were on the USA really dominant. So the chapter was on the
So, dude, I don't know if you can hear it on your end, but there's, you remember when we did the spooky conversations with the fellas and we caught that weird reverb? There is some sort of reverb going on right now, and it's sounded like it's kind of harmonious to me. So I recorded a clip of it, and I'll send it to you after the show. What's that blinking light up there? Well, whatever I was seeing is not there now, so. I think it was a ship what I was seeing, if I'm not mistaken. Well, it's good that nothing weird is actually happening here, cause that means you did a good job. That looks like a plane out here somewhere. Over towards the ocean side, I think.
Well,
Or it could have just been you moving around while walking. Yeah, I think it was just what I was seeing was like a mixture of you moving around and the lights from the city and stuff. Beautiful area out there, dude. You can get right inside of your presence by making the water splash. Chuck a pebble. Not towards him, though, just at a sign.
Tell me how old you are.
Can you tell us your name? You already said Michael, so that means you can't say names.
Kelly? Is your name Kelly? Said Joe. Yeah. How old are you?
Do you know why you are there? Are you trapped?
That's a good question. Are you trapped on the street? Should we? I was like a lady for his There was something there. I didn't.
You know what year you died?
Like, what year is it for you? Like, I am really somewhere. Where are you? Okay, now.
So far, I'm not hearing any strange anomalies or seeing anything weird, but I am getting a little bit of a strange reverb from my end. I don't know if you're catching it on your end. So I recorded an audio clip of it, and I'll text it to you after the live.
So, I really show that let us
So, does anybody know that, like, no one has ever said, like, the identity of this, like, sailor spirit that supposedly haunts that beach, or do they know?
now,
Mhm. I'll be doing another. Mhm. Yeah. That's really cool. The Just like the whole view right there.
so far, but that's how it I put that to everything battery died.
So I'm kind of thinking that the spirit might possibly have something to do with the one that sank towards the sailboat crash and sank towards the bridge, kind of. Cause that was like one of the oldest ones that I could find.
Yeah, I was thinking of that one or the War of 1812 one, but it doesn't have a record of casualties in it, and not, it doesn't make sense. So it's got to be one of the other ones where men actually did tackle if the shadow man walking the beach. One of the times I was doing an investigation over here, somebody started blowing whistles as I was leaving. It kind of freaked me out. Around, it's like 10, 11 at night. I don't really understand why somebody would start blowing whistles. But that was one of the weirdest things that just happened out here. Some people even say they feel like a cannon fire sometimes. And I'm thinking that's like really old stuff, residual hauntings and fire
Yeah, that definitely makes sense with the residual thing, because all the shipwrecks and even the Battle of Yorktown and stuff like that makes a whole lot of sense.
There is over that way. There's a place called Fort Norfolk. Fort Norfolk is a really old military base that a lot of like strategic battles happened from even between British and the United States, and then all the way up to Civil War, Revolutionary War. Same thing with Fort Monroe. It goes way back. So before Fort Monroe was the biggest stone fort on the East Coast, it was a Native American encampment. They had wooden walls and, teepees and all sorts of stuff on that island. And then eventually it got built into that huge fort, and it even had like trains on it and stuff, and underground railroads, all sorts of stuff.
Oh, cool.
So not going to talk to me today. I think this one is yeah.
It's probably because I am here. Why it's not? They're not cooperating.
Well, I'm glad I had you come on. It was fun because it's a second set of eyes and ears.
Yeah, it was pretty fun. I really hope we could do this like in actual person sometime. That'd be cool.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. If I ever got to Tennessee, or if you're ever coming out this way, the East Coast. So I'm hesitating to stop this because usually when I stop it, something happens. So I think
Yeah.
I'll keep it going and start walking back. And we'll go take a look at the military base over the ocean and see if we see any weird lights over there, and then I'll sign off.
And now, for some odd reason, there's not a whole lot of reverb. But a few moments ago, I was getting some strange ass reverb that sounded harmonious, kind of on my end.
Yeah,
So I
I heard
recorded
that
it,
for a minute.
and I'm gonna send you a clip of it after the show.
It sounded like it was making like music or a beat, right?
Yeah, it did. It was like kind of like the one that was on this conversation with the fellas almost.
Yeah, that is weird. I don't I don't know if that's just me. I think we even tried to figure out who it was too, if it was me, you, or James. And
Mhm.
me and you
And I
muted
don't think
ourselves.
we ever figured it out.
No, I don't think it ever really. Still a weird noise. I think I still have a clip of that. So, goodbye. Thank you if you did communicate. Oh, animals in the bushes.
Yeah, I saw something kind of wiggle around right there when you kind of like zoomed in. Probably a crab.
Maybe a bird, a crab, something. But this was fun just to tell the legend of this little area with the shadow man and everything.
Hmm. I
Uh,
love this sort of stuff. Like anything to do with like ghosts, anything to do with maritime like shipwrecks, history. Count me in.
yeah, I'll definitely do some more research on some of the shipwrecks and maybe get some of the names. The
Mhm.
Maritime Museum near here would have some of the records and names of the guys who passed away. Uh,
That's pretty cool. So,
maybe I
well,
will
it did say the
one.
name Michael, but that could have been a coincidence. So,
Maybe one of the days I'll go over to where Blackbeard was killed and his head hung on a pike, and we'll try an investigation where Blackbeard's head hung.
yeah, that guy's one of my favorite people in history ever. Even though he's like a crazy weirdo, but he's still like one of my favorite ones.
Him and Captain Kidd, and then another one was a woman pirate that was like even more prolific than Blackbeard. I think she even took more
Mm-hmm.
ships. I forget her
And Bonnie,
name.
and Bonnie, I think is the one you're thinking
Yeah,
of.
that's. I think that's what it is. I love those legends.
Me too. I think I actually did a story on Aunt Bonnie, if I'm not mistaken, when I covered North Carolina area hauntings.
Hello. I
Oh, what's up?
forget I can do that sometimes. So yeah, we'll go over here. I'll go over to the boat dock and we'll see if we can spot any jets or helicopters or weird lights.
Sounds good.
I'm blind. It looked like it rained over here, but it didn't rain on the beach.
That's pretty cool. It was raining outside earlier, so but it's not anymore, I don't think.
I'm glad it didn't drop in temperature. It was 50 something today. I got lucky. Tomorrow's
Wow.
supposed to be back down in like the 30s, so.
Damn, tomorrow is supposed to be like 70 here.
Oh, wow.
The funny thing is, there's still ice on the side of the roads in some spots.
Yeah, there was snow on the rocks out there that I wasn't expecting that. So only a few things on the S box and nothing really else, and I'll just have to review this for any voices if we did catch any weird voices. I definitely want to hear that weird tone that we got there. That's weird because it hasn't
I recorded
happened.
it. I
I
recorded
don't.
it, and I will send you the clip afterwards.
I don't think that's happened since. Yeah, it's only happened when me, you, and James were talking that time, and maybe
Hmm.
one other time we got it a little bit, but
And it sounded exactly like that one almost, except for it was like a little bit deeper in this one than it was like in that one.
got construction workers and stuff over here. I don't want to get run over.
Ah, shit. Banging my shoulder up against my freaking shelf.
All right, let's just go look over the bay and we'll see if we see any weird lights. Well, that's where a lot of the reports of odd lights in the sky happen, or near the military base.
Oh, cool. So by the base, like the closest part to it.
Yeah, there's all sorts of generators. Hold on, I won't be able to hear you. Walking through a construction site. Yeah, actually nothing going on. No helicopters, just a truck over there. Now, one of the ships they did pull out was actually right over here.
Oh, cool.
They were working on, yeah, right over that way. So they're working on this part of the bridge here, and they pulled out some of the shipwreck. I'm wondering if there's still more down there. If I could catch them pulling out more stuff, that'd be cool.
Mm-hmm.
But there's the big military base. And
Oh,
not a
wow.
dang thing in the sky tonight. I
Yeah, I
can't believe
wasn't
that.
seeing anything in the sky. Didn't capture any weird audio or nothing, except for that reverb I mentioned.
That banging you're hearing, I think, is just this flagpole. There's a wire on it.
Mm.
All right. Well, fun investigation. Thanks for coming along, Mike.
Always a pleasure, man. Thanks for having me on.
Yeah. We'll do this again. Maybe next one I'll do, if it's a warm night, I'll go over to Fort Monroe. See if we can capture disembodied footsteps or a shadow person, or maybe Ulysses S. Grant's ghost. Maybe Abraham Lincoln.
That'd be cool. Thanks for not minding me poking fun at you. I'm that type of investigator.
Hey, I had fun. Peace out, dude.
Later,
Later,
man.
everybody.